For most people in their 20s, they focus on learning more about themselves, their passion, their careers, and a large percentage of them also focus on partying, drinking, and borrowing money, which later on bury them into debt in their 30s. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 6 things that you should stop doing now to never be broke in your 30s. Later on in my 20s, that's when I learned how exactly to build more money and let your money work for you, as well as having money that you don't have to be worrying about. I was there a couple of years ago, living from paycheck to paycheck, looking in my bank account, seeing $0, working long hours, and just working in order to pay my bills. So I can definitely relate. The first thing that you shouldn't do is to rent a luxury apartment. So if you're just starting out in your 20s and you're looking to move out of your parents' home, I will recommend that you do not spend your money on luxury apartments to rent. This is because renting can eat away your money within a few years and cause you to not accomplish the goals that you want when you are near to your 30s. So the first thing that you want to do is to start a budgeting plan in your early part of your 20s. Budgeting is super important, and this will tap you into an habit and a mindset that when you are in your 30s or later on in your 20s, you understand how to manage your money efficiently. So what you're going to do is that you're going to look for an apartment that stays below your means, stays way below the amount that you can afford each month. And what you can do is to save for 9 months. And you're saving for 9 months in the first year because you're going to take 3 months out of that to put into an emergency fund. Now, 6 months of that savings, what you're going to do is you're going to open a high heel savings account. And I would recommend the 100 envelope challenge. That will save you $5,050 within 3 months. So that 6 months of savings will earn you $10,100. You're going to make it a priority for each year for 5 years to save $10,100. Now, at the end of that 5-year mark, you should be walking away with $50,500. And this can help you do one of 3 things. Number 1, it can help you invest in your next real estate rental property that can give you passive income. Number 2, it can help you to start a business, a SaaS business, a tech business, whatever business that you want to start. Number 3 is that you can invest with some of that money. So you can invest in stocks and bonds, or you can look into ETFs. So that will help you to potentially build wealth. I will also recommend you looking into the best option that will grow your money over that period of time. I know for high heel savings account, they will give you 3 to 5% APY. So that's annual percentage yield. And that's not a lot of money if you're saving $50,000 for that span time, but it's an habit that you can tap into if you don't want to be broke. So the next thing that will keep you broke in your 30s and what you shouldn't do in your 20s is buying luxury clothes. Now, I don't know, but I'm just that type of person that doesn't spend a lot of money on clothes. As long as it feels super comfy, then I'm up for it. I don't need to spend money on things that will be sitting in my closet once it comes out of style. So a lot of people, they invest a lot of money in fast fashion, and that can harm you. That can eat up your money really fast. So when you are in your 20s, or if you're in your late 20s or approaching 30, one of the things that you can stop doing today is investing money into luxury clothes. Because again, although you can sell these items on ThredUp or other sites that will let you sell second-hand items, it is good to learn how to manage your money better so it can work for you. Now, I know some of you are going to disagree with this one, and that is purchasing jewelries. So I would recommend purchasing jewelries that doesn't depreciate in value. So for example, if you're going out each time and you're purchasing a necklace or maybe something that depreciates like a watch. So depending on the watch, you can purchase a Rolex, for example, that will be higher in value in the next couple of years. that will make you money. But if you're investing in things that will potentially depreciate in value over time, then you're just wasting money each time you buy a jewelry. So I would recommend that you do your research, find out which one of the jewelry would basically make you money in the next 2 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, and not just purchasing a jewelry because of how it looks, but you want to make sure that it is something that if you were to sell, it can actually make you more money than what you had initially invest. So my take on this really is not to put too much money into buying jewelry that's not going to profit you in the next couple of years to come. And also, speaking from experience as someone who's married as early as 23 years old, I would say that if it's a gift or if you're planning on marrying someone, that's totally different. But if it's something that you're spending money on each month or every other month, it can actually burn up your money really fast because it's something that's not going to appreciate, rather depreciate in value. So I highly recommend that you do your research on the type of jewelry that you are buying for yourself, because over time you're gonna want to sell those jewelries, and it's just not going to set you up for financial success. The next one is purchasing a luxury car. Now, I can speak off experience. I've seen so many people purchase luxury cars and end up being broke in their late 20s. Now, when I just purchased a car, my aim was to actually have it rented out so it could make me more money. That is like an exception, right? But if you're purchasing a car simply to brag or simply to have it parked in your garage, the moment you put that key into that car, it's losing 10 to 15% of its value. So the car depreciates every year because every year there's a new model car coming out. So I would recommend that if you're going to purchase a car, ensure that it's something that you can rent out. It's not too old, it's not too luxury either, because again, cars depreciate in value. So you want to make sure that whatever you're purchasing, it's below your means, because I do understand that transportation for some people and some family is very important. So you want to put your money into something that's not going to break down. But at the end of the day, it's something that if you actually list on sites like Hire a Car, you can make a couple hundreds of dollars per week. But at the end of the day, it's something that's not going to burn your pocket because it's luxury, it's hard to maintain, something that is feasible for you and within your monthly expenses. Now, the next one that can keep you broke for the most part of your life is drinking. I've actually drank 4 times in my life, and those 4 times were because I was trying to be someone who I was not. If you are in your early 20s, drinking shouldn't be a priority. It's only doing more harm than it's doing good. So tap into the mindset of learning to work out, reading books, listening to podcasts, and elevating your knowledge. If you are someone that's already drinking and you have addiction towards this drinking, it's going to be super hard for you to tap out of that. But there are a lot of resources out there that can help you. But this is one of the ways that I see a lot of people being broke in their 30s or 40s and being broke their entire life because of drinking. So drinking causes a lot of problems. When it's not kidney problems, you having bad breath, something going wrong with your health. So drinking does more harm than good. And another thing that it does is that it sets you up for brokenness. Focus on having a healthier mindset and body. That means you can set yourself up for success, because health is wealth. Without health, there's no wealth. This one I've seen taking people from being a millionaire to actually having zero in their bank account. And I'm talking about gambling. I really personally think that gambling is one of those things that will keep you broke, because you're going to be tempted to always feel like gambling is something that's going to make you rich, right? So gambling is one of those things that will potentially put you in debt, keep you broke, and decrease your money really fast. So instead of gambling, think about learning a high income skill that can make you money and making that money work for you rather than working for that money. So instead of thinking about, okay, you're going to gamble and gamble in order to become rich, there is no easy way to become successful. Success leans on determination, discipline, and dedication. And just like drinking, gambling is something that's very addictive. So you want to ensure that you are spending your time reading, listening to podcasts, learning high income skills, and tap your mindset out of getting rich quickly or get rich quick schemes, right? Because gambling is one of those things that promise you to get rich quick. Anything that is worth it doesn't come so easy. Those were some of the things that you can stop doing today if you don't want to be broke in years to come. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Also, please remember to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in my next video.